So guys, I decided to do a part 2 of this. So I've spoken to you in the first video about how to get a girlfriend. Now I really want to talk to you about how to find the right girl, how I did it, how I qualified to see if it's the right girl for me, how to keep the relationship, and really to give you a real thorough understanding of my experience having relationships, teaching guys how to get into relationships, and how to go about it. So the first thing I want to talk about is time. Now, what do I mean by time? I mean the length of time you spend with a girl, drunk too much. The length of time you spend with the girl is really going to tell you where you're at in the relationship. What I always say is when guys say to me, Johnny, I've just met this girl, I slept with her, just drink. And yeah, she's my girlfriend, I'm in love. So how long have you been with her? 2 months. Rubbish. That's too premature. Now, again, I might be mistaken. Maybe a couple's met, 2 months, they're in love, they've got married. Generally speaking, in my experience and from teaching guys, 2 months is still honeymoon period. I say the honeymoon period can last between 3 to 6 months. Now, what do I mean by the honeymoon period? It's the period where you're having regular sex, she's agreeing with everything you say, you're agreeing with everything she says, you're going out, you're having adventures, but eventually what happens is, and I know because I've been there, that burns out, that candle just dries up. You've been to every restaurant, you've travelled, you've had sex in every room in every house, you've done every position with her, you know her body like, the A to Z or the back of your hand. This is where it comes down to hard qualification. So what I mean by that is, you really need to know, is this the type of girl you're going to spend the rest of your life with? Is she going to be right to meet your family? Are you going to be right to meet her family? Can you trust her? Because I'm being straight. Is she the type of girl that's going to not cheat on you? Now, I'm not putting fear into you. I'm just giving you the facts in how I go about it and how I think. Have you taken her out to social events? How does she behave? Is she consistent in her behaviour? Is she always a nice girl? Is she the type of girl that's going to back you up in your dream? Is she, like I said in the first video, having a purpose, having a passion? Is she a girl that's going to add value to your life? Is she going to support you on your journey to getting success? Or is she going to take you off your journey because she gets jealous and wants to be the centre of attention? That's definitely not going to work in the long run. Trust me, I've been there, I've worn the t-shirt, I've done it. It ended in a very bad way and you don't want to go down that road. So what I want to say to you to be safe is what I did. You want to give it at least 12 months, a year, to really make a decision to have a solid relationship. Now, what a year does is, gives you time to have plenty of sex, it gives you time to get to know her personality, to see her good side, to see her bad side, to really see where's she going in her life. Because if you've got a girl that she's attractive, she's amazing in bed, but she's fucking lazy and she's not doing anything with her life, and you're going out, you're doing all the work, you're paying for everything, you're not going to be happy. And then you're going to have kids with a girl like that, and maybe she's not going to get on with your family. So I want to think about things like her ethics. What does she stand by? What's her ethics? Her values? How does she treat people? Her plans? Even like the way she sees the world. Because I know they say opposites attract. There's some truth in that, but sometimes it doesn't work. If you see the world this way and she's completely different, it could really affect the relationship. And I like what Danny said to me as well. He reminded me of something. It's very true what I go by in my qualification. Is she going to be your best friend? Now, the girls I've had the best relationships with tend to be my best friends. They're the type of girls that if I break up with them, I can call them up anytime and they'll give me advice if I meet another girl. They're not going to hold grudges on me. Now, for me, a best friend is someone that you can be vulnerable with, you can share your problems with, you can help her, you can just completely be yourself around her. So this is the sort of quality I look for in a woman. Again, you might not like that, but these are the things I look for in a woman, and maybe you guys can agree, and this will help you to qualify, make your decision right and get it right. You never can be perfect, but we do our best. Number one for me is there's got to be a physical attraction. Now, she doesn't have to be a 10, she doesn't have to be flawless, but I like attractive women that look attractive, that turn me on. I can look at her and go, yeah, she attracts me and I want to have sex with her. I need to feel that way consistently in a relationship. And she needs to dress well. I like feminine women. I like sophisticated women. Again, you might like a different type of look, but that's what I go for, and it will help you to make your decision and qualify her hard. Another one is she going to stay by me even if I'm broke? Like, what if my business doesn't go well? What if I go back to being an adult, which I hope doesn't happen, but you never know in life, and I lose my business, I've got no money? Will she stick around? I need to know very clear the answer is yes, otherwise she has to go, because There's no point in having a woman around when you're doing well in business, you're an attractive man, you're confident, but as soon as something happens in your life, she shoots off and she goes off with a milkman. So you need to know that. How do you know that? Well, that's why you need at least 1 year so you can see her qualities, you can see how she behaves in different situations. I'm not saying psychoanalyze her, but I am saying it takes a good year, I believe, to get to know a girl. Some people say they've been in marriages 20 years and find out that they didn't know their partner. So a year is a good safety net. I don't want to overdo it and make you guys be like, well, Johnny, I'm a year in now and I really like her and she's waiting for me to answer the question. So, you know, again, take my advice on board in terms of what helps you. You might say 6 months. This is just what I did and it worked for me. When I got into relationships from 2 months, it fizzled out. It was just sex. It was what you call puppy love. I think Bruce Lee talked about it. Immature love versus mature love. Mature love is where you've got a really good connection, you're good friends, there's good sex, and quite frankly, you're not just relying on sex to keep the relationship going, because after a while, you know yourself, the sex does get a little bit boring, you've got to spice things up in the bedroom, but having a good conversation, a good connection will make the relationship stronger. And I know so many guys say, Johnny, my relationship fell apart because all we did is have sex. She went to work, we had no time together. So spending quality time is very important. I can't believe I'm giving this advice, I sound like an agony aunt, but this is the truth. Spending quality time and having a life outside of the relationship too. She needs to be on her purpose and you need to be on your purpose. And I would say as well, if you're the type of guy, and you might be when you're just starting, that gets very jealous, you are going to struggle. Because when I first started, I got jealous if she went out, if she was dressing well and other guys were. You have to let go. You have to learn to trust her more. You've got to be comfortable in her flirting with other guys, because women are going to do it just as guys are. As long as she's not sleeping around, she's coming back, she stays in the bed with you, she's loyal to you, it's completely fine. So these are the things I did. Now, I would say within 1 year, probably you want to introduce her to your family. You want to get your family's approval. I don't think anyone's approval is more important than your own. And secondly, your family, your mum, your dad, your brother, your sister, your uncle, maybe even a really good friend that you trust. Sometimes you need an outside perspective, because when you're so in love and you're having sex, you can't see what's going on. I've had that before. I've been like completely infatuated with a girl and my friend's gone, Johnny, I think she's a bit dodgy, mate. She's a bit flirtatious. Are you sure? And I've gone, maybe you're right. So get an outside opinion from a good friend who's honest, and that'll help make your decision. Again, I'm not trying to over worry you, I'm just trying to cement these philosophies, these principles, and I think just having these in your mindset will make you more attractive. So that's why now, when you see me on YouTube go up to a girl, and I've got that type of confidence, that congruence, and I'm just being vulnerable, and I'm screening, and I'm asking questions, it's because I've gone through that experience. I've had relationships, good ones, bad ones, I've been cheated on with girls, I've made mistakes occasionally, I've cheated when I was younger, I've learned from those, and this is what grounds you, this experience. That's why I said to you, set the online dating thing up on the other video, go out, get the experience, because you're going to be very naive in your first relationship. So I think sometimes you do need it to go wrong so you can learn from it, you can grow, and you can have a better relationship. So 1 year in, she's met your family, she's on the same path, she's not going to cheat on you, she's not a bloody slut, I'm sorry to say. She's good socially, she cares about you, she's sympathetic, she's attractive, she's willing to let you grow. Look how many lists the list goes on. So when guys say stuff like, oh, I don't feel good enough for women, have your qualities down, know what you want, and you'll have all these things to say. So that's what I'm going to say to you. After a year, the next question is going to come up. You're probably going to say to me, well, Johnny, I'm thinking about moving in with her, I don't know what to do. What I would say you do is you have a trial run. You say to her, listen, I'll move in with you, but I want to try 2-3 months and see how it goes. If it goes well, we'll do the whole thing, we'll go for it. If I feel it's not working, I'm going to move back out into my own place, or if you're staying at your parents', which I was at the time, go and do that. Setting boundaries in a relationship is fucking crucial. If you don't have boundaries in a relationship, there's no respect. The girl will walk all over you, and you need boundaries in friendships anyway to protect yourself, to respect people, not to draw the line. Sometimes those boundaries might be really high. Sometimes you might cross them boundaries, but you need to have the mark there. You know, that's why there's rules, there's the law. We need boundaries in place or there'll be anarchy. Saying to a girl, look, I don't mind if you go out with your friends for a night out, but if you think you're going to go on holiday for 2 weeks, so I'm going to be sitting here playing with my dick, you're mistaken, because as far as I'm concerned, if you're off on holiday somewhere, you know, you could be seeing other guys. I'm going to have freedom whilst I'm back in London. So that's the sort of boundaries I set. You might not agree to those, maybe you will agree to those. So have your boundaries in place. Be very clear on what you'll put up with and what you won't. Again, be flexible. Don't overdo it. Don't try and be too alpha and like a pickup artist and be misogynistic. I'm not saying that. But have your boundaries in place. Like, for example, if my girlfriend said to me, for example, Johnny, when I go out, you know, I want to come back, I want to see the place tidy. part of me might go, oh fuck, but if she's been good to me, I'll be like, okay, it's cool, I'll tidy the place. I've got to contribute, I'm living with her, I'm a man, I've got to be hygienic. But if she started saying to me, I want you to tidy up, and then when I get back, I want you to take me to the restaurant, and then you're going to go drop me to my friend. Excuse me, my love, you can fucking get the bus yourself and go meet your friend, or you can get your friend to pick you up. Because at the end of the day, I'm a man, I wear the trousers in the relationship. I'm willing to compromise, but you're not going to tell me what to do. I'm not going to be what's called a beta male. That's another topic. So I'm just giving you guys examples here so you can kind of go, yeah, I know what Johnny's saying. I've got in the mindset. I kind of know where he's getting at. So don't take it to extreme, but definitely take bits and pieces from what I've said. There's a lot of information, but I'd say I'm giving you guys everything I know. Anything else I can think to add to that is just, yeah, don't stop growing in a relationship. Just because you're in a relationship, it's going well, you're living together, the sex is great, you're connecting, you're traveling the world, or maybe she's helping you with your business. Always look to improve and say it to her. Say to her, you know what, babe? Like we need to grow in this relationship. We need to go to more events. We need to challenge ourselves. Women love that. A girl will love you for doing that. I did that with my last girlfriend. I told her that because she thought I was really confident, which I was. But I was honest one day. I said, you know what? I am a confident guy, but there's areas where I want to improve more. And she was like, well, you never said it. And I shared some vulnerability. I told her areas that I was afraid of. She absolutely loved it. She was like, oh, well, let's do it. I'll help you do that. And so show some vulnerability, but show that you're willing to take action. You can improve those things. It's back to what I always say. Women are not attracted to a guy that's nervous or not confident. They're attracted to a guy that is not going to change. He's going to stay there and be boring and be a loser and not fix himself. So show the girl that you're on the path to mastery. So that's really it. So to go over what I said, make sure you've been seeing her for a year. If you want to get into a long-term relationship, you want to keep her, make sure she meets your friends and family. Make sure she is a friend. You can treat her like a friend as well as having amazing, crazy sex in every bedroom. And also make sure that she's willing to support you. Make sure she knows your boundaries. She never crosses those boundaries. If she does, perhaps you want to get rid of her. Make sure that you're flexible as well. You treat her well. You're nice to her. You take her out. You know, you're not being misogynistic. You've got to love the girl. She's got to trust you. Go and meet her family, make a good impression, and be yourself. So I hope that helps. And I want you to leave some comments in the box below because I want to kind of find out how much these videos are helping you. I know they're going to help. Anything else I missed, let me know. But I think that's all I have. So yeah, not like and subscribe to the members there. Sorry. Enjoy the process and get into good relationships. Bye.